Okay, we're here for Ashtanga this morning. So we'll get started with our meditation. So let's just find a nice comfortable position, sitting on our mat, our bolster, our cushion, wherever you can feel the most comfortable. Feel our seat rooting down, our spine lengthening up, soften our shoulders. You can place your hands either on your thighs, palms up in your lap, or even your hands, palms down on the ground for grounding. Eyes either softly shut or just staring at a spot just in front of you with a soft gaze. We're just going to start by stopping. Take an inhale and exhale. Release. We'll clear all thoughts of the past, all thoughts of the future, and be present in this moment now. If a random thought does pop into our head, we'll just acknowledge it, push it aside, and come back to our focus. Meaning focusing on our breath, an image behind our eyelids. We can continue to count down slowly from 10 and repeat. Whatever you choose to use for your focus. If you find a distraction, just come right back to it. And we'll breathe here. Just let everything else go. our eyes softly shut, we'll slowly bring our chin towards our chest. Inhale, head rises. Try to gaze up if that's not a strain on your neck, but be mindful of your neck. And on an exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, head rises. Exhale, chin towards our chest. Now we'll slowly roll our left ear towards our left shoulder. And then roll chin towards our chest and then to the right. So a half circle. Trying not to crunch in your shoulders. So relax those shoulders down. And come back to center. We can open our eyes and take a nice big inhale. Reach our arms up, clasp our hands, and push our palms towards the ceiling or the sky. And drop our left hand to the left. Reach that right arm up and over. And let's circle that top wrist, both directions. And then walk back to center. Reach the right arm up, bend the right elbow. Place the right hand on the back of your head, your neck, your back. Grab hold with the left hand. Or reach around behind the back, grab hold of your fingertips or your wrist. And release. Right hand to the left knee, lengthen up and twist the back. And come back to center. Again, let's take an inhale. And exhale, right hand comes down. And stay even. Reach that left arm up and over. Try not to lift in the left side of your seat. Try to equally push down. And let's circle that top wrist, both directions. And then center, bend the left elbow. Grab hold with the right hand, apply gentle pressure here, or reach around behind the back. And let's release. Let's come into table position. Come onto our hands and knees. We're going to spread the fingers, the thumb is neutral. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. We'll do a few cat-cows. So we're going to round up. Tuck the seat, roll our spine up, look towards the navel. And on an exhale, reverse. So chest and heart come forward, belly button towards the mat. Sit bones still back. So just warming up our spine here. Very good. And again, inhale, rounding up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, reverse. And come back to neutral. Let's extend the right leg back. Push through the toes, the ball of the foot. Feel a nice stretch through the back of that leg. Now feel that right heel pushing away, but the right hip pulling forward. So really lengthening here. And that knee comes down, and let's do the other side. So left leg, left heel pushing away, left hip pushing forward, really stretching through that leg, through the toes. And both knees come back to the mat for table pose. We're going to push through our hands, come into downward facing dog. So sit bones back. Try to walk your feet a little closer to your hands. Very good. Breathe here for a moment. And we'll step walk or float our feet towards our hands. Inhale, halfway up. And then exhale, fold to the legs. Bend the knees. And sweep the arms all the way up. Hands at our heart for Anjali Mudra. And we'll come into our sun salutations. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands come down. Step or walk our feet to plank. Now either drop to the knees or lower all the way to the mat, elbows close in plank. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Drop those shoulders. Come onto the tops of your feet. And then flip the toes. Raise the hips. Come into downward facing dog. We're going to breathe here for 5. So really feel those hands pushing towards that front wall. Nice strong arms. Sit bones back. Try not to lock the knees. If you need to be on the balls of your feet, if you can't get your heels down, that's okay. Just hold here. Walk or float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward, halfway up, and then exhale, fold to the legs. And then push through the feet, come all the way up into mountain pose, hands at our heart. And again, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, exhale, hands flat, step or walk your feet to plank. Again, drop to your knees or in full plank, keep the elbows close to the body and lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. And again, we'll breathe here. Really hold, nice strong arms. Feel those sit bones pushing towards that back wall. Step walk or float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold to the legs. And then push through the feet. Come all the way up. Hands at our heart. And again, inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. And then the hands come to the mat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Either drop to your knees, but elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, hands next to your chest. Pull yourself forward for low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice strong arms. Very good. Really feel that energy flowing through you. Step, walk, or float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold to the legs. Push through the feet. Come all the way up. Hands at our heart. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands flat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Elbows close and lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Again, we'll breathe here. Nice strong arms. Really feel that breath flowing through you. Breath gives us power. You never want to hold the breath. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold to the legs. Push through the feet, come all the way up. Hands at our heart. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, hands flat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Either drop to the knees or stay in full plank. Keep the elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes. Raise the hips for downward facing dog. And again, breathe here. Nice, strong arms. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Feel your upper back engaging. Inner thighs turn in and back. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold to the legs and then push through the feet. Come all the way up. Hands at our heart. Let's take a breath here for a moment. Anjali Mudra. And now we'll bend our knees for Utkatasana, chair pose. Reach the arms. Straighten the legs. Dive forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands flat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Drop to the knees or lower all the way down in plank. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes. Raise the hips for downward facing dog. Now we're going to bend the elbows, bend the knees, and we're going to kick that right heel back. Push through the hands, pull that knee to the chest, and step that right foot for Virabhadrasana on the right. Reach the arms up. Exhale, both hands come down. Pull that foot back. We're going to lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your left heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk that left foot for Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Bend into that front knee, reach the arms up. Both hands come down to the mat. Walk or step that foot back. Lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes. Raise the hips for downward facing dog. And we'll breathe here. Nice, strong arms. Remember, at any time, if you need a break, just come to your knees and take a few breaths. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold to the legs. Bend the knees and shoot to standing. Hands at your heart. And again, bend the knees, reach the arms, straighten the legs, dive forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands flat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your right heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk the foot between your hands. Reach the arms up for Virabhadrasana. Both hands on either side of that front foot. Pull it back, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your left heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk the foot between your hands. Reach the arms up for Virabhadrasana. Both hands on either side of the front foot. Step it back, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. And we'll breathe here. Nice strong arms. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway up with the straight back. Exhale, fold to the legs. Bend the knees for chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach the arms and shoot to standing. And again, bend the knees, reach the arms. Straighten the legs, dive forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands flat, step or walk your feet to plank. Drop to the knees or lower all the way down in plank. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your right heel back. Pull the knee to your chest. Step or walk that foot for Virabhadrasana. Reach the arms up. Both hands on either side of the front foot. Step it back. Elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your left heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk the foot between your hands. Reach the arms up. Both hands on either side of the front foot, step it back. Lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice strong arms. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold to the legs. Bend the knees and shoot to standing. Two more. Bend the knees, reach the arms. Straighten the legs, dive forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, hands flat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes. Raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your right heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk the foot between your hands. Reach the arms up. Both hands on either side of the front foot, step it back. Lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your left heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk the foot between your hands. Reach the arms up. Both hands on either side of the front foot, step it back. Elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Breathe here. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold to the legs. Bend the knees. Keep standing. Hands at our heart. One more time. Bend the knees, reach the arms. Straighten the legs, dive forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands flat. Step or walk your feet to plank. Elbows close, lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your right heel back. Pull the knee to your chest. Step or walk your foot. Reach the arms up. Both hands on either side of the front foot. Step it back. Drop to the knees or lower in plank. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, raise the hips for downward facing dog. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, bring your left heel back. Pull the knee to your chest, step or walk the foot between your hands. Reach the arms up. Both hands on either side of the front foot. Step it back. Lower all the way down. Inhale, low back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes. Raise the hips for downward facing dog. And we'll breathe here. Step walker, float your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold to the right. Bend the knees and keep standing. Hands at our heart for Anjali Mudra. We'll take a breath. And now we'll find mountain pose. Just find a stance that's comfortable for you. Just step back and forth. Pick up your toes for a moment. And just lightly set them down, feeling anchored, grounded. Place your hands on your hips, take an inhale, look up, and then exhale, fold. Reaching for either your shins, your ankles, or your big toes. Inhale, lengthen forward, and then exhale, fold. Fold down as far as you can, your chest towards your thighs, your chin towards your shins, and breathe here. Slide your fingertips or as much of your hands as you can under your feet. Eventually you'll touch your toes to your wrists. Inhale, lengthen forward, and then on an exhale, just release towards your legs. Chest towards your thighs, chin towards your shins. And inhale, halfway, bring your hands to your hips and come all the way back to standing. Okay, step our feet apart. We're going to come into triangle pose. So we're going to turn our right foot away, trying to line up our right heel with our left arch. We're going to reach those arms out, drop the shoulders, bend the knees slightly. And now just imagine a barrel on that side. Inhale, and then reach that right hand. Place that right hand on your thigh, your shin, your foot, your block. Reach that left arm up. Very good. And push through that right foot, come all the way up, and now just turn the feet. We're going to turn to the other side. So keep our hips square to the long side of our mat the best we can. Drop the shoulders, reach that arm, come up over that barrel, and then hand either to your thigh, your shin, your foot. Try to reach that right arm directly above. Very good. Nice. Breathe here. And inhale, come all the way up. Now we're going to turn. So our hips are squared towards that front foot. Reach the same arm forward. Try to keep both legs straight. And then take that back arm, place it either on your thigh, your shin, your foot. You can have your block on either side of that foot, so we're making a twist. So either the inside or outside of the front foot. Reach the right arm up and breathe here. Very good. We're going to turn to the other side, so just rotate to the other side. Reach the same arm as the same leg in front, and then windmill that back arm. So we're gonna make that twist. Yes, very good. And reach that opposite arm up. And if you feel this is too much in your hamstring, you can bring that hand to the leg. Let's step our feet back. Hands at our heart for a moment. Take a breath. And again, bend the knees. We're going to again step the feet apart, this time a little wider stance than the last one. Rotate one foot out, drop the shoulders, reach those arms. Now bend that knee. Bring that right forearm down for side angle pose. Reach the top arm up, pull it down, engage the muscles of that arm, and then drop it at an angle, palm down over your ear. Very nice. Remember our breath. We never want to hold the breath. Just feel that breath flowing through us, giving us power. Be mindful we're not gripping our toes, just toes are lightly anchoring us. Try to use the ball of the foot and the heel, and then push through that foot, shoot to standing, and we will do the other side. So turn the opposite foot away. Try to keep those hips square. Drop the shoulders, bend that front knee, forearm comes down. First, reach that top arm up, pull it down, engage those muscles, and then drop it at an angle. Very nice. Breathe here. And then push through that front foot. And we're gonna rotate. So we're gonna square our hips towards the short side of our mat. Reach the same arm as the foot in front, and we're gonna make a twist. We're gonna bend that front knee. Take the back arm up overhead, forearm or upper arm on that right thigh. So you can either get that forearm down, very good, palms together, or if you can go a little deeper, you can bring that upper arm for a twist. Try to feel wherever your arms are that your right hip is pulling back though, so you're not twisting from that hip. Try to keep the hips parallel to the short side of your mat. And let's push through that front foot and do the other side. So again, reach the same arm forward as that leg, other arm behind, bend into that front knee, windmill that back arm. Either bring that forearm down, palms together, or bring that upper arm, palms together. Hold here. Push through that front foot. Let's step our feet back. Hands at our heart. Take a breath. Anjali Mudra. And again, we'll step our feet apart. We want to find equal pressure here. Now, the wider your feet are, the closer you will come to the ground. But we want to make sure that you're not turning too much so the insides of your feet are coming up. You want to just imagine points on the ball of your big toe, little toe, and your heel. So we're balanced equally. Reach the arms out. Take an inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. We're going to bring our hands down, either fingertips down to the mat. Lengthen forward. And on an exhale, just come down as far as you can. Just imagine the top of your head coming towards the mat. Walk your hands back. Lengthening through your spine. Eventually getting our head on the mat between our feet. Elbows stacked above the wrists. And inhale halfway. Bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up. Reach the arms out. Place our hands on our hips or our lower back. Pull the elbows back, the shoulders down. Inhale, look up, and exhale, release down. This one's a little more difficult because we don't have our hands to help guide us down, but just come down as far as you can. Listen to your body. Eventually, again, we'll get our head to the mat, elbows back. And inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms out. We're going to clasp the hands behind us. Pull the shoulders down and away. Reach those hands away from the back. Again, bend the knees, lengthen up, and then fold forward. Head comes towards the mat. Let your hands come away from your back. So eventually your head will come to the mat and your hands will touch the ground behind you. Breathe here. And inhale, push through the feet. All the way up, reach the arms out. Drop the shoulders. Last one in this asana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, slide your hands down your legs. Grab your upper legs, your calves, your ankles, or your big toes if you can reach. Again, lengthen forward. And then on an exhale, just fold down as far as you can. Every exhale, just feel yourself coming a little closer. Just releasing. Your spine lengthening. Inhale halfway. Bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up. Hands at our heart. Take a breath. Step our feet back. And again, we're going to step our feet apart, not so wide. Clasp our wrists behind our back, our arms, or if you can do reverse prayer, palms together, elbows back. We're going to rotate the right foot away and the left foot away. Lengthen up and pull towards that front leg. Chest towards your thigh, chin towards your shin. We'll breathe here. And inhale, come up. And turn to the other side. Take an inhale. And exhale, fold. Again, chest towards your thigh, chin towards your shin. And inhale, come all the way up. Let's step or walk our feet back. And let's feel grounded through the bottom of our feet. So just step from side to side for a moment and just find that stance, that place where you feel the most grounded, the most solid. Palms forward for a moment. Soften the shoulders. Feel the top of your head rising up, so lengthening through the spine. Tiny bend in the knees for a moment and then straighten those legs. Feel those feet sinking down below your mat, really anchoring you. The energy of the earth rising up through the soles of your feet all the way up through the top of your head. Feel taller, stronger. And again, bend the knees, push through that right leg. We're going to bring the left foot up. We have a couple options. You can bring the toes to the mat if you feel a little off balance or wobbly today. You can also come to a wall or a chair. Or bring that foot up onto the right leg. Hands at our heart or up above. And just find your drishti. So find a spot on the ground or the floor in front of you to stare at and focus. And then slowly release that left foot down. We'll do the other side. So again, just reset. Bend the knees. Push all the energy down that left leg. Bring the right foot up. Sometimes one side is more balanced than the other. Whatever position that foot is in, just feel both of your hips pulling back, opening up your hips and your pelvis. And let's release that right foot. Take a breath, just shake it out for a moment. Even let our arms swing from side to side. Letting go. And we'll take an inhale, reach up, and exhale. Hands come down. Let's walk our feet back. Come into child's pose, Balasana. Sit to the heels. Take a nice breath here. Bring your forehead down. And inhale, come up. We're going to sit to the side. Bring our legs around. Extend our legs out. We're going to pull the flesh from our seat. Push those heels away for a moment and just kind of pull them back so we feel our legs engaged. Take a nice big inhale, lengthen up, and then exhale, fold. Either grab your shins, your ankles, your big toes, wherever you can reach. If you have a strap, you can put the strap around your feet and pull down. Eventually grabbing your wrists around those feet. But every exhale, just feel yourself relaxing, sinking deeper into this pose. And breathe here. Inhale, come up. We're going to keep that right leg extended. We're going to bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of that right leg. Try to center your body towards that right leg. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Chest towards your thigh, chin towards your shin. Place that left foot flat on our mat next to our right leg. You can keep it on the inside or you can step it over. If you want to go deeper, you can bend that left knee. We're going to lengthen up. Reach the right arm up. So right leg straight. Yeah, there you go. And then right arm to the top of the knee or to the outside for a twist. Not to crunch in the lower back, we're lengthening up and doing that twist. Beautiful. Good job. And let's release. We'll do the other side. So left leg extends straight. Right foot to the inside of the left leg. Right knee comes down towards the mat. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Either grab your hamstring, your calf, your ankle, wherever you can reach, and release towards that leg. up. We're going to place that right foot next to that left leg. Lengthen up, reach the left arm up, bring it to the top of the right knee or to the outside. Right hand can come behind for a twist. Nice spinal twist here. Be mindful we're not crunching in that lower back, we're lengthening up and then twisting. And let's release. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. Pull those heels in as much as we can. Sit up nice and tall. Let those knees drop towards the mat with every exhale. We're going to come lying onto our back. Knees are bent. We're going to push the back of our head into the mat. Lift our shoulders up, pull them down and away so we feel a nice space behind our neck. Now tuck our seat, roll our spine up off the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming up as high as you can. And then slowly uncoil. Again, just gently massaging out your spine into your mat. Release down. And once again, tuck the seat, rolling up. And then slowly roll all the way back to the mat. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a nice, well-deserved hug. Very gently rock back and forth, massaging out our spine. And when you're ready, find Shavasana. Final resting pose. Now this is your pose, so you can do whatever you'd like. You can lie on your back, legs extended, you can bend your knees. You can lie on your side, your stomach. Softly shut your eyes. Feel your whole body relaxing into the mat. Feel that relaxation starting at the top of your head. Aware of any tension in your forehead. Just let it go around your eyes. Slightly open your mouth, just relaxing your jaw. Any tension in your shoulders, take an inhale, and on an exhale, feel your shoulders sinking deeper, relaxing heavier into the mat. Feel that relaxation spreading down your arms. Upper arms, your forearms, your wrists, heavier into the mat. Aware of your fingers, your hands making contact. Relax them deeper, feeling grounded, connected. Now the relaxation spreads down your back. Your upper back, your middle back, your lower back. Slowly releasing into the mat. Moving past your waist, your hips, your pelvis. Relaxation now spreading into your hamstrings, your thighs. Tension there, letting go. Into your calves, down your ankles, and finally moving into your feet. Feel those feet connected to the earth. On an exhale, relax those feet even deeper. heavy or light. Letting go. I'm going to take a nice inhale. And on your next exhale, just feel your whole body relaxing deeper. Feels as if we tried to move, we couldn't. The harder we try, the more difficult it becomes. We just feel very relaxed and at peace. We'll just be here in this moment and just let everything go. And just enjoy this moment. energy returning to our body through the top of our head, rushing down, arms, legs. We want to wiggle our fingers and toes, just feeling that energy rushing in. And we'll take a nice big inhale, reach our arms up overhead, our legs out nice and straight, and really stretch, stretch, stretch out our spine. And on our next exhale, bend the knees, place our feet flat on the mat, and slowly roll to the right side. Use your arms as a pillow. We're gonna rest here for a moment. Just feel that energy flowing through you. Feeling recharged, also very peaceful, relaxed, and calm. Carry this energy on for the rest of the day or evening or both. Slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Bring our hands to our heart for Anjali Mudra. To our crown, our third eye, down to our throat, and back to our heart. Shante, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I will see you all again next week. Have a